Basin reserve, and as the crowd go wild, it's time to join Peter Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the great New Zealand heroes. Well, this has been a famous occasion in New Zealand cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please welcome the President of the New Zealand Cricket Council, a former Test player, Mr. Ian Colquhoun.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being very much part of a historic moment. This is the 6th victory we have had in New Zealand or Australia over Australia. On behalf of the Board of Control, I would like to congratulate John and his New Zealand team. I would like to say the experts, greater experts than myself, have said that John scored his greatest Test century to date. I'd like to congratulate all the New Zealand team. Magnificent unit effort. And I'd like to say to Richard, who probably, may I emphasize, probably that it will be his last Test match here at the Basin Reserve. Right that you gave that tribute to Richard. The Cricket Council would hope that his options are open for the Tour of England. Today we present the Trans-Tasman Cup. Ray Weeks of Rothmans will do that. In Auckland, we presented the Tri-Series Cup to Alan Border and his Australians, and they are a magnificent team. And today we'd have to be delighted that the competition was very close. It was exciting for 5 days. And you'll hear your heroes in just a moment. Thank you, Alan, and your team. Thank you to Cam for the tour.
And now representing the sponsors of international cricket in New Zealand, Rothmans of Pall Mall Limited, the Chief Executive in New Zealand, who will present the cheques to the losing and the winning captains, Mr. Ray Weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rothmans is proud to have supported the Tour, the Tri-Series and the Test today. Also pleased to have assisted the New Zealand Cricket Council to see the lovers of the game can enjoy the best cricket. Government willing, if you want us back, we'll see you next year and the years after that. Thank you. On behalf of Rothmans, congratulations on winning the Trans-Tasman Cup to John Wright and his great New Zealand team.
And now to accept a cheque from Mr. Weeks for $2,000 as the losing captain for this test match, the Australian captain, Alan Border.
Just quickly like to congratulate the New Zealand team. We were totally outplayed over the 5 days and they thoroughly deserved their victory. Thank you very much for having us. We've enjoyed our tour.
And certainly, on behalf of the New Zealand public, thank you to you and your team. You're always a very popular team over here. You're a very popular captain. Thank you. And now you know what's next, don't you? The $6,000, the winner's cheque, and of course the Trans-Tasman Trophy. Please come forward, John Wrights.
I'd just like to thank the public for their support. I'd like to thank Rothmans for their sponsorship. I don't know where cricket would be without them. I'd like to pay tribute to the New Zealand side this year. We feel we've played pretty well right throughout the year. We've stuck together. And also I'd like to thank the Australian side. We always have tremendous competition with them. They're great competitors. And finally, thank you very much from the public. Cheers.
I think we should thank John Wright for his great batting effort as well. Thank you, Righty. 117 not out. The man who's selected the Man of the Match award during this Rothmans Test match is a former great all-rounder from the Australian team. His name is Alan Davidson. I'd ask Dave now to come forward and make his announcement for Man of the Match.
Thank you, Peter. Mr. President, members of both teams, over this last few days you've seen some marvellous cricket. First we had Richard Hadley's 5 wickets. Peter Taylor gave 2 batting displays, also wickets in the first innings. John Bracewell was 6 for. But the thing that won the match and the man of the match is that 117 not out. Coupled with that, of course, you've got to remember that he captained the side with great dexterity throughout the whole game, changed bowlers, set fields and won the match. And John, I'd ask you to come forward for the $1,000 Man of the Match and put it all on Horwicks next week in Sydney.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's not the end of the presentation.